Let's take a look at the science of Lunchly, including a true issue with their kits I don't think anyone has correctly pointed out yet.
We previously had keyboard warriors destroying MrBeast over Beast Games and the toxic workplace environment in his company. And we thought it wouldn't get any worse, right? But dude, imagine getting cancelled by a world famous doctor with almost 13 million subscribers. Nah man, I'm already getting next level secondhand embarrassment from this.
My own take on Lunchables? I don't recommend parents pack them for their kids on a daily basis.
So if you didn't know what's happening here, let me give you a quick look through the Lunchly x MrBeast controversy that has been cooking up on the internet for the past 3 weeks. So basically this I know it all YouTuber called MrBeast launched a new product called Lunchly on September 16th, 2024 in partnership with Logan Paul and KSI, probably the most ridiculous YouTubers trio. This is an even worse trio than that of the Indian movies Three Idiots. Seriously, who thought this was a good idea? Many people feel that the product, which he promotes as a healthy meal option for kids, doesn't live up to its claims. They believe that he could have created a product that genuinely benefits kids rather than one that relies on flashy marketing and celebrity partnerships. Anyways, Dr. Mike closely analyzed the contents of this Beast proclaimed nutritional meal kit for kids, and oh my god, you guys will not believe this is one of the most processed products ever launched for kids. You don't take my word for it? Never mind, Dr. Mike got you.
That while these kits are fun and tasty, their nutritional value is just not good.
And what's the deal with these meal kits? Because these meal kits are so highly processed that your kids can be at risk of gaining unjustifiable weight or even cancer.
Because they fall into the category of ultra-processed foods, they aren't healthy to consume often, period.
Let me break it down for you one by one. First up, this product is not being criticized because it is unhealthy. It is neither because MrBeast is a famous internet personality and people hate him unreasonably for his success, but because MrBeast claims that this is the best and the most healthiest meal for your kids that can be fed to your children on a daily basis. Talk about double standards. Lunchly's About Us page says, driven by our commitment to great quality and taste, we're confident there's no better value on the market. Yeah, buddy, if you're comparing it to a bag of rocks, I guess you're right. This sounds like the nutritional equivalent of claiming that a Snickers bar is a salad because it has peanuts. And guys, the worst part is that they are even promoting it through kids influencers. Make it make sense.
That's delicioso right there, that's Riz approved.
Let me get this straight. We're letting our children who can't even decide what flavor of ice cream to choose market a meal kit? Can we get a moment of silence for these poor kids? Parents who put their kids' health at risk for a few dollars should really consider putting their children in foster care because at least they get healthy food over there. No, because if these parents keep doing this dog shit, kids will be the next Nikado avocado. But if you think that is just it, you are wrong. MrBeast is getting worse with each step. Him and his team are comparing it with Lunchables. What kind of logic is that? This is basically saying that my sandcastle is better than yours because it has fewer ants. Seriously bro, what's next? This is the healthiest soda because it's not made from battery acid? Nah dude, their marketing strategy is giving off some major pick-me-girls vibes. You know the type, always trying to stand out by putting others down.
To be honest, some of the comparisons are kind of cringe and don't make much sense to me.
I'm just stunned at their audacity. They're literally putting others down to promote their product. It is almost impressive how low MrBeast is willing to go.
For full combos versus standard picks, the meal kit combos are nearly identical to Lunchables. Big gestures versus mid moments. I certainly don't remember that lesson in my nutrition classes.
And bro, these comparisons are so out of match.
Some of the portion sizes aren't the same. The turkey cracker kit from Lunchables is 82 grams, while Lunchly's is 72 grams. 3, there are so many varieties of Lunchables that just swapping out the flavor of Capri Sun caused significant differences in sugar and calorie content. What I was able to conclude is that Lunchly has less sugar and therefore less calories than Lunchables in comparable kits.
Referring to packaging as nutritional content is setting me off. I mean, do you really trust this guy? At this point, I'm asking myself, why did we even let him get famous in the first place? Anyways, here's the main issue that we are trying to point out here. They literally use Gen Z and Gen Alpha slang for nutritional value. So this carcinogenic and fat-laden product seems to be the healthiest meal option in MrBeast? That totally makes sense. Wait, what? Electrolytes? Look, I'm not a doctor, not even as cool as Dr. Mike, but I do know a few facts about what electrolytes do to your children. If your kid is consuming Lunchly or any meal packed with electrolytes, he can develop kidney damages, water retention, and metabolic imbalance problems. Yet Lunchly is somehow the healthiest meal option for your kids. Of course not according to me, but MrBeast. He's not the only one who got stunned by it. Even Dr. Brian pointed it out and said that sodium being marketed as electrolytes will one day be published in books, likely in the what not to do section. Logan Paul tried to school Dr. Brian, but we'll talk about that brain dead part later.
It is still considered an ultra-processed meal. Lunchly has higher amounts of A and B vitamins, which can be good, but also can be problematic as vitamin A is a fat-soluble vitamin, and kids can easily overconsume it, leading to toxicity. Being that it's fat-soluble means that you can't just urinate excess out.
Dr. Mike made a very logical comparison and showed how these meals do not even match the USDA standards. He further broke down the contents to help us see how Lunchly is totally not up to nutritional standards. Dr. Mike explained that the USDA recommends around 625 calories for kids' lunches to keep them energized and focused. But Lunchly turkey clocks in at just 230 calories, so a kid would nearly need to eat 3 of them to hit that goal. The catch, they'd also be packing in 1,300 milligrams of sodium, basically turning their lunch into a snack straight out of a SpongeBob episode where he tries to survive in Sandy's tree dome without water.
I don't need it. I definitely don't need it. I 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 need it!
So it's either not enough food or a sodium overload. Not exactly the balanced meal you want, unless you're training for a salt eating contest, no cap. Yet here we are with a product that seems to have been designed by someone who thinks healthy food means whatever looks good on TikTok, and with this kind of oversight, calling it a healthy meal feels like a prank.
I just think if a company was truly interested in creating a healthier lunch kit for kids, the USDA standards should be the minimum starting requirements. Otherwise, we're simply propagating the problem even further. One of my hopes is that in navigating the future feedback on this company, the guys hire a health professional to guide them in making messaging more accurate.
And what do these creators of Lunchly have to say? Oh boy, that's even worse. The response from all 3 YouTubers has been a bit of a train wreck. KSI was laughing in his latest video while reading hate tweets and comments.
Now what? At this point, his fans imploded. Self-combustion occurred on Twitter.
Honestly, it looked like he was trying to convince himself it was all just a big joke. And as we mentioned earlier about Dr. Brian calling it rebranding of sodium, this is what set Logan Paul off, and he called Dr. Brian an idiot. But Dr. Brian wasn't having it. He quickly pointed out that a wrestler should not try to debate him on electrolytes. I'm a great athlete, so I know about health. Sure, buddy. This is not confirmed by any source, but while I was researching about nutritional value of Lunchly content and MrBeast controversy, my messages kept getting removed by ChatGPT, and just to let you know, the queries were just like Logan Paul about Lunchly and statements that included keywords like Lunchly and MrBeast. So I don't know if this guy has even paid ChatGPT to remove any controversial questions about him, because how on earth does a normal question go against community guidelines? Feeding fat-ass calorie-deficient products is not against any community guidelines, but inquiring sketchy realities of MrBeast is? Man, this capitalism is messing up our world big time.